example of the main story, especially, was just you take your boat to a new area, you help your chosen person become the leader of that area, and you move on. But the gameplay was the same. You just go in, you fight with the very simplistic combat methods, and you move on. And it didn't have the stealth that Shadows did. Like the stealth options in Valhalla wasn't nearly as good as Shadows.
Right.
But all in all, like
there was no reason. Like they pushed for you to be brutal, not just stealthy.
I
They
get
pushed
that,
you
but
throughout the whole story.
that gets old after a while. Is my point. Like it's so samey to raid the same looking villages with the same attacks over and over for 80 plus hours.
Mm-hmm.
Elden Ring,
Yeah,
like I
mine was
didn't run
like
into that problem with Elden Ring, and that's
160 we did. I did like 160 hours plus, or no, I think it was like 310 what I ended up with after Ragnarok.
I have like 60 hours collectively in that game in 2 attempts to play it.
In what game?
Valhalla.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Valhalla.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In Valhalla, I liked all the side content, so I did everything, like all the question marks. I would clear the map.
That's crazy.
I
That's insane.
With Shadows, my only thing with Shadows, there wasn't as much to do as say Valhalla. I mean, they could have added more stuff to do, personally, but that's just me.
But to me, the side content in both Shadows and Valhalla was crappy. Like I don't want to go to another temple and find another 3 scrolls that are just use your special vision to pinpoint where it is, and then find the building.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it's not like even the parkour was interesting in Shadows either. Like it was interesting when you were setting up stealth kills to a degree, but the temples were all the same. You just grappling hooked to the top, you climb, bam, there's a scroll, or you do a kata, or you sit and meditate and do that stupid mini game over and over. Like those are not compelling. Like I did those to get the knowledge points, but God, the act of doing it sucks. You don't remember the kata?
No, I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to locate the source of the crackling.
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was Jolson for a minute.
I'm not hearing any, so it might be me.
I hear it when you talk.
Yeah,
I hear
yeah. Is it on my voice too, or
It's
just
gotta be
Joseph?
you, because it's not Gutta. Because I
Yeah.
hear Gutta clearly.
Yeah, I think it's something wrong with Joseph, man. Like, what's going on, bro? Joseph always have
That
to
help
hear
at all?
something. Yeah, that perfect. Much better.
Yeah, so just need to restart my headset, I guess.
But what's going on with you? Bro, you need to headset, bro. This man headset randomly be muting in the middle of all type of shit.
Every pod, and it's not every pod.
No, I'm muting myself. Or are you talking him?
No, I'm talking about you. Like it's just in the middle of a random pod. You'll just go mute, and we'll be like, bro, we can't hear you. What happened?
Oh, I mute myself on purpose sometimes. Like that's like if I need to cough, burp, or something.
No,
like, I mute myself on
last
purpose.
part you was dead ass talking, and we was like, yo, we can't
Oh,
hear you.
I don't remember that. Okay.
And then you, I think,
but
and then
whatever.
you reset your headset.
See, my favorite Zelda game was
What?
Was it Ocarina of Time? That's still my favorite.
That was my favorite before Tears of the Kingdom. So still my second favorite.
Still Wind Waker. I like Twilight Princess too.
Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are fantastic. They are up there for me.
I need a Zelda game. Listen, and this is what I need. I need a Zelda game like fucking Devil May Cry, bro. Fuck all that other shit. Let's just
That'd be interesting.
give Link combos and the bow and arrow mid combo. Let him go fucking crazy, bro. Fuck all that puzzle shit, all that climbing with stamina and all that nut ass shit. Let my man Link go crazy. The what them games called? The Hyrule Warriors games, they okay, but one, they run like dog shit. All of them like 10 FPS. And then it's the Warriors game, so they just get so boring after you play it for a couple hours that it's like, all right, man, what's next?
We're playing Dynasty Warriors all over again.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
like a comfort food game. That's like a comfort food game for me,
True.
like NBA. I could just throw that
True.
on at any time, play a
That's
level.
true.
Like if I don't want to think for a while, it's a good game for me to play.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's kind of like what I'm doing with Sword Art Online Fracture Daydream. Like it's like open. It's not open world, but it's like open zone. You just go whatever mission in the campaign you go to, they drop you in an open zone, and you just go whoop everybody ass, do a couple objectives. That shit is just it's just relaxing. It's a chill game. What this dude? He coming in here all late. What you got going on, bro? What
Bro,
you
I was
just?
playing Mech Warrior. All right, my bad.
This man
All
playing
right,
Mech Warrior, yo.
I was playing Mech Warrior. I'm not usually off on Fridays.
Is Mech
Like
Warrior on
Fridays.
Game Pass?
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah.
don't know why I asked. Of course it's on Game Pass if you playing it.
Yeah, there's a new. They came out with a new one that they didn't really announce very well.
This man sounded he on Twitter sounding worse than me with GameStop when he posting that Mech Warrior shit. Talking about look at these fully destructible environments. This is so revolutionary. You see the way that you use
Oh
the
wait,
mechs they got.
whoa! I ain't never said all that now.
Nah, you was on that bitch glazing, cuz. Don't act like you wasn't on that bitch glazing. I was like,
I
look at
wasn't
this
saying all
dude.
that
I was like,
revolutionary.
look at this dude.
I just said I like how when I shoot my lasers in the forest, it chopped the trees apart. Like that shit's cool to me.
I
Like
was
I can't
like,
think that's cool.
look at this dude doing promo for Mech Warriors, bro. Good shit.
Like, bro,
Did y'all watch the Mario Kart Direct?
hell no.
I did.
He said, hell no. Did you watch it, Armand?
No, I've been working all day.
Damn. All right. Let's go. Joseph, how you feel about it?
I think they showed a lot of fun stuff. I don't think they showed $80 worth of fun stuff. But like, if you liked Mario Kart, a lot of the stuff they showed off was cool. New items, new abilities like jumping and rail grinding. I like the concept of the open world. I have
What's
to
up,
play
File?
it to try it.
Mm-hmm.
But like a Grand Prix where you go from point to point to point to point on a continent is kind of a cool idea. They teased that Rainbow Road will open once you beat all the Grand Prix or something like that. So there's some interesting things. And I joked after the direct that they made inviting your friends to explore an open world easier in a Mario Kart game than what we got in freaking Monster Hunter Wilds and Elden Ring.
Man.
Like, just the system of inviting someone to your world to hang out is easier in a Mario Kart game than Monster Hunter.
I mean,
like,
give Monster Hunter some criticism because it's intended to be a co-op experience. Elden Ring is intentionally designed the way it is.
well, yes, but it's still a pain in the
Monster
butt.
Hunter,
Yeah.
I would say Monster Hunter is a lot better than what used to be. It used to be trash. Now it's semi-trash.
Oh my god!
I played Wilds. Like, trying to make Wilds work, you can't just invite someone and explore an open world with them in an open world game. That's a problem.
I do think that
FromSoft.
I do think FromSoft should have abandoned their like kind of
cryptic online, the cryptic co-op.
Philosophy on co-op because like it works pretty well for like Dark Souls and Bloodborne where it's a straightforward world. It's fairly linear. There's some catacombing, where you come back around with shortcuts. But like Elden Ring, you can't even ride the horse in co-op. Like
no, but it was still like I played like 80% of that game co-op when it first came out with two buddies of mine, so a group of 3. It was a lot of fun. The act of summoning them was the pain in the ass.
It's just like when you have an open world and you summon your friend into it, and then you can only go so far together in that open world before you hit this like literal wall appears.
In fairness, that was each massive area. Like it wasn't like 20 feet, right?
Right. Yeah.
But no, you're right. That like some of the stuff they did, and I don't know if there were tech issues behind those, but so it's just funny to me that they show off a Mario Kart game where it's like, here, invite your friend. Oh, look, now you can see them on the map, and you can just go and take pictures together in the game, and la la la. And I'm like, okay, that's funny. I mean, they're a generation behind all this stuff anyway, so they should have it down. But it looked good. The game looks amazing. Like as far as a Mario Kart game goes, Mario Kart fans will be excited. It's gonna sell a ton of copies. I'll be glad to get it in the bundle, but that's the only way I'm going to get it. I'm not paying $80 for the game. I will pay $50 with my Switch.
That's my plan. My plan is to see how much I can get for my 2 Switch consoles with the ass flap missing, and then we'll see. We'll see if I can get
it. Negative $20, sir. Negative $20.
Still
get $350. If I can get $350 for both, because they said it's $175 for the Switch OLED. If I can get $350, then I'll probably go ahead and pre-order the 500 gig. Go ahead and trade my 2 Switches in and just backlog those games until I get my Switch 2.
Still, I said the co-op is going to be 30 FPS. Is that a big deal? No, not for Nintendo. Not for Nintendo. Not for Nintendo. Honestly, no, not for Nintendo, bro. If it was anybody else, yes, it's a big deal. For Nintendo, no, we don't care. It's Nintendo.
Is it because of the number of players? Is it because of the number of the players? Is that why?
It's not going to be a big deal, bro.
When you say I saw people saying, though, is that confirmed from Nintendo? Because I don't think the videos looked like that to me. That's my only thing. If that is 30 FPS, I don't think you're getting people into the open world together for this advanced competitive version, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think imagine if you go into a race, it would then switch back to 60 FPS anyway. So if the open world stuff is 30 and the races are 60, whatever, I don't care.
I'm gonna be that guy tonight.
You're not allowed to say, okay, but you're not allowed to say anything negative about Nintendo. You're their biggest simp until next year.
Yo.
Hey, it's Josh.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Yes. I am here with a screechy voice, bro. I have no voice.
Uh-oh.
Not raving too much.
What are you talking about?
I was about to say I'm gonna be that guy tonight. I saw $80 worth of content. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get the bundle, but if I didn't get the bundle, I would pay $80 for that for Mario Kart World Tour. I think it had
like a Shyamalanian twist to me.
Listen. I think it had enough. I think it had enough new racers. I think it had enough new features. I like the jump feature. I think that's gonna be real fly. Y'all know I like
really
movement.
like that.
I like that. You could grind out the way somebody throw a shell at you and shit. I think that's gonna be fire. I think the solo is. I think this is gonna be the best single player Mario Kart we've ever gotten with the amount of content it has. You can go get fucking food to change the outfits from you feel me Yoshi drive through and shit. Like I can't wait to pull up with DK and do that. Like I saw $80 of content. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I think that for Nintendo. I think the only games they can charge $80 for, and I'm gonna let Josh go, is Mario Kart and Smash Brothers. That's it.
No, Donkey Kong. I can actually see that being. I can understand why that's that $80 because that looks like Mario.
It's 70. Donkey Kong 70.
70 though.
I mean, if you're gonna get Mario Kart World, why wouldn't you just get the bundle?
Exactly.
Okay, so
well, and the rumor online is that they are doing that to push people to the bundle.
Yeah.
So wait, how much is the bundle right now?
$500. $499.
So you're getting the game for $50
Yep.
instead of 80. Like why wouldn't you just do that? Yeah, like unless they're going to be limited. Like if it's not going to be a widely available, that the bundle's not going to be widely available, then maybe. But like, you know.
Yeah, Dust Blood should be 60. I don't see that being 70.
Well, and now mind you, the bundle too is literally just the console with a digital code.
Yeah.
Digital code, yeah.
So I can't imagine it's going to be that limited. And if you look at how Nintendo has handled Mario Kart bundles in the last 6 years,
yeah,
I feel like they have more bundles than non-bundles at this point.
Well, yeah, they're going to want Mario Kart World Tour to be another 60 million seller, and the best way to have that would be to put it in a bundle with the console. I mean,
and it probably will. I wouldn't be shocked.
And like I'm surprised that it's not, $530 because like PlayStation wasn't selling no bundles for cheaper than getting the game in the
I'll pay $530 if they put a Pro Controller in that bitch. I'll tell you that.
The $95 Pro Controller?
Yes. Look, I'll pay $550. They gonna see that's crazy. And the Joy-Cons are like $90.
The Pro Controller is only $80.
Yeah, I got the prices mixed up.
I did not get stick drift, bro. That shit can't get stick drift like the first one.
Now, okay, so this was a little bit of the talk after the first direct where it was like confirmed it's not Hall's whatever that tech is that's anti-stick drift, and people took that as they've done nothing to the sticks. But it's Nintendo. They don't want to pay out for a bunch of people getting stick drift again. So I wouldn't be shocked if they have their own internal type of tech to help fight stick drift this generation. That's just not licensed. You know what I mean? It's not licensed whatever that Hall's whatever tech is.
From what I remember, the Pro Controller didn't really have those issues. It was mostly the Joy-Cons.
The Pro Controller never had stick drift.
Joy-Cons was the only thing that was getting drift. I know because I worked at Game.
I still have my 2017.
Broken shit.
Yep. This is my OG Pro Controller. This thing
I still have the same thing.
Beautifully.
Yeah. So I mean, the only reason to get the new Pro Controller is if you want the C button and the rear buttons.
I gotta look at it again because I need to know if the Pro Controller got an updated D-pad. That was my only problem with it. The D-pad.
I sit pretty close to my TV, so like I could just lean forward and hit the C button on the Joy-Con. Like if I'm being for real.
Oh man.
So, like if they had put analog triggers on the new Pro Controller, I'd be more interested because they feel a lot better than digital ones. Like they're
I'll maintain in terms of cost. and this is something we can only judge a year or two from now.
Mm-hmm.
If they do not adopt a heavily priced DLC model after the game comes out, then it's worth $80. If they do a ton of free updates, if they add things, and I'm not saying they can't have any paid DLC, it can't be like $25 for five new tracks. If it's like $10 for 5 new races, okay, like if they just take a more friendly DLC model or a non-paid DLC model, then it's worth $80. If they still do like they did, and don't get me wrong, the DLC for Mario Kart 8 was great, especially because you got it for free if you were subscribed to NSO Extended. But like legit, if they just do like free updates like they did with Animal Crossing in 2020, it is worth $80. I just don't want a higher price point and heavily
50.
priced DLC. If you do one or the other, I can live with it. You just can't do both.
Oh shit!
It's Nintendo. I assume it's gonna be both.
Streaming the games on, bro. I'm not gonna be here long with y'all. Y'all got this. Y'all got next time. I gotta be on here next week though. I'm gonna be off for spring break, so.
Yeah, because we got to see who next week. We got to see who got the Switch pre-order.
Oh yeah, they dropped. I know a couple people that said they getting that shit, so I want to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try hard.
I'm not. I'm not getting that. So unless I'm willing to scam one of y'all niggas, I'll get it.
I actually already took next Thursday and Friday off just to give myself a long weekend.
God,
it's been a bad. No, this was before they ever announced it.
No, he fucking lying. He's fucking lying.
No,
I can get you.
I believe Joe did this shit. That's the thing. I believe Joe.
Yeah, Expedition 33 is coming out Thursday. You think I'm not taking that day off if I can?
That's come out Thursday. All right, I might need to pick. I might pick that because I got my backlog crazy right now too. So.
That's on That is on Game Pass. As a reminder, I'm getting it on PlayStation.
I might get on PlayStation. I'm low-key waiting for South of Midnight to come to PlayStation too because I really want to play that.
Fair enough. But so if I'm gonna go like an hour before GameStop opens to see, well, I'll probably go the day before to talk.
That's not enough, bro. That ain't enough. Let me tell you now. That ain't gonna be enough.
It depends.
You have an Xbox?
I got PC.
It depends on how many reserves
it's
they
not worth
have.
a buy.
All right. Because I heard I'm trying to debate. That's why I'm like, what's the base price?
It's a decent game, but I wouldn't pay for it.
Is it like
I paid $9 to play it early, and I was okay with my $9.
Okay. Because I'm thinking about
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight.
That game is great.
I might play it on PC because I'm.
Don't listen to Jilson.
Yeah, it's excellent.
I would pay full price for it, Sony.
I keep saying it's a good game.
I'm gonna pay full price for it when it drop on PlayStation. I already beat it.
That's what I'm thinking. Like I want to get it for my PlayStation because I play most of my games on PlayStation.
You want to know who has said that game is a good game? Me, Gutta, Sonny, and Skill Up. Sonny and Gutta's favorite channel, Skill Up, also recommends that game.
Chill up. Exactly, chill up.
Also played it. My boy Ant the CEO played it. He enjoyed it. King Metrotron's been playing it. He loved it. Actually, just beat it recently.
Everybody loved it except RMR.
Yeah.
Okay,
I never said I didn't like it. I said I wouldn't pay full price for it. There's a difference.
So I'll tell you this. From what I saw from the gameplay, it looks like a fun game, but doesn't like a full price game. I will say that though.
I mean, it's also not a full price game.
It's not a full price game.
There you go.
And I will say, for me, I'm glad I didn't pay $40, but that's me. Most of my enjoyment did not come from the gameplay side. I enjoyed the story, the voice acting, the visuals. Gutta and Sonny liked the gameplay a lot more than I did.
I would say that's why I'm going to play for it, mainly for the story, because y'all know how I'm big on story, and everybody just raving about the story. Speaking of stories, and since this game was set in the Deep South, I did see a movie today that I recommend you guys all see.
Sinners.
Yes, Sinners, man. Sinners was fire, bro.
Dude, I want to, I just can't.
How much action was in the movie?
It's a.
What was the ratio? What would you say throughout the whole? What's the ratio? 50-50?
You know what? You said
90-10.
No, it's a slow build. Okay, the first act slow build because they introducing everybody now. And
he's
then,
out.
Like,
Gutta's out.
I just need the ratio. Just give me the ratio. What'd you say? 60-40?
I would say probably like 60-40, 50-50.
60-40? I could do a 60-40 or a 50-50. Anything.
It has action, it's mainly centered around the thrill of what's happening.
Yeah, I'm fine building up to the smoke. I just need that smoke.
Like when the smoke go down, it's like, oh yo, it's all hell.
All right, bet. I'm gonna fuck with it then.
It's 6 people against a bunch of vampires.
Yeah, I need to
And
see
then
that
in
now.
like 1963 some shit, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was 1963. It was like 1940 or not 1930 or some shit, bro. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like deep South shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great story. The cinematics was fire. There's one scene like in the second act before shit popped off that was fucking well done, and Ryan Coogler smoked that shit, bro. Um, but nah, like it's a fire film. The ending is I clap when I end the game. I clap when I end the game, bro. I don't know if Gutter. The thing is, I think Gutter might enjoy it. I don't know if he's gonna love it because we know who Gutter is when it comes to action. When it comes to film, that nigga is like, bro. I don't. I like me with action, bro. Give me 50 John Wicks. Don't give me. I want. I'm not gonna see action, bro. Give me 50 John Wicks.
It depends on the type of movie.
Hey, and
It depends on the type of movie.
The first John Wick takes a minute to get to the action, so he might not even
Exactly.
like that one.
First John Wick.
You know,
I've never seen a single John Wick movie.
You've never
you
seen. I
should.
find it hard.
No,
It seems like you'd like him, to be
I've
honest.
I
never
would
seen it.
recommend them.
John Wick is just that's crazy.
I've never
The fact
seen it.
that shocks me.
I think you're missing out. I think you'd enjoy John Wick.
You got a Disney Plus. I think this on. I think some of them are on Disney Plus right now.
Yeah, I got Disney Plus and Hulu.
Yeah, I think the first one or second one.
And Sinners is set in 1932.
1932. Thank you. I know it was like
Yep.
before, like it ends in the 90s because there's like but I'm not gonna get too many details in that. But yeah, it's like it's fire. It's fire. It blends deep Southern lore with the vampire mythology.
Mhm.
The music is fire. Michael B. Jordan smoked his roles, both of them. It's like one of Ryan Coogler's best films, honestly. It might be in his top 3.
Nosferatu.
I
I
want to
never
go
seen
see
that.
it. I won't be able to while it's in theaters, so I'll have to catch it once it's out on digital.
Yeah, it's probably going. I don't know when. I think it might come to HBO Max because it is a Warner Brothers film. So
It's gonna be at least 6 to 8 weeks. So
depending on what the money, how does money?
Nah, that shit gonna
could
be
go
fuck.
longer. Yeah,
That shit
have
fuck
like
around be 4 months.
It's
It's
projecting.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes and by the fans.
They're projecting 45 million this weekend with Minecraft just edging it out.
Bro,
for an R-rated movie. 45 million is great for an opening.
It could do better though. Like they were.
Yeah.
The 345 showing. Like that shit was. I didn't expect that shit to be packed as well.
On a Thursday. On a Thursday.
Friday, like today.
Oh, today. You saw it today. Okay. Yeah. Even a 3:45 show on a Friday. Like, I mean, I guess it is Good Friday. Maybe people had the day off.
Oh,
I don't know.
God, today was Good Friday.
I never go to the movies on the weekends. Never.
Well, word of mouth is big for movies like this.
I'm just talking about like in general, like Friday before 5. In general,
early. It's the
like
best time for movies on a
like
weekend.
like in general, Friday before 5 is pretty slow, even when there's a hype movie coming out, because most people are at work, school's in session, things like that.
Especially my movie theater, because my movie theater is next to a GameStop, Applebee's.
Bro, it's gonna be like this perfect storm of bullshit this weekend of an R-rated film, which teenagers are gonna want to see.
Yeah.
They can't get into that, so they're gonna go fuck the Minecraft shows up, like they've been doing the last 2 weeks. Like we had some kid blow silly string all over the auditorium last weekend. Bro, I wanted to beat his ass so bad.
I will say this.
Like
I will say this too, bro. I hate when I go see a movie that is kind of like a cute kid movie. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to enjoy. Like when I saw Sonic 3, bro, I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch this film. I'm locked in.
See, it's different for me, right? So like as a person that runs a movie theater, right?
You got a daughter too, right?
Yeah. So like when I'm working a PG movie, right? Especially ones like when the Incredibles 3 came out, the Sonic movies. We get these adults to come out and bitch about kids laughing and screaming and having fun. And I have to just tell them, like, motherfucker, look, you need to come on Wednesday at 2:00. All right, if you want to be an adult watching the PG movie, because we're not gonna go in there and tell parents to tell their kids not to have fun. Like it's a kids show, like it's a kids movie, especially if they're not like if they're like running up and down the stairs and like kicking your seat.
I'm about to say, nah, them niggas in Minecraft throwing popcorn up in the air and all that other nut ass shit.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's an extreme, right? I'm talking about like kids just laughing really loud or even chatting a little bit. Like they're children, they're 5, 6 years old. They're gonna talk. You just gonna have to get your refund and come back, because like honestly, like it's too much. Like I can't. A whole ass room full of children. There's no way, man.
Speed Freak said Minecraft was trash.
Like
too much 80s retro.
It's impossible.
I ain't see it, and I'm not going to see it. My kids don't even like Minecraft. They like Roblox. So
The Minecraft stuff is a whole separate thing of like college age jackasses causing problems. It's not little kids. It's not little kids tearing the theater up. It's like college age 20-year-olds doing TikTok.
Yeah, the ones who grew up playing Minecraft are going
Yeah,
to the movie
exactly.
and acting like
Exactly.
assholes. Yeah.
Like children are just enjoying it. Like my daughter, the whole movie was just calling shit out like Jack Black was. She's like, "Oh, sheep, man, fucking creeper."
I gotta go.
You
I'll be
know,
right back.
whatever.
I'll catch y'all.
So,
All right, holla at you, bro.
Later, Josh.
you know, it's not the kids that are fucking those theaters up. Like it's
All right, so what's
it's
the
people that
what's the Switch 2 plans? I'm gonna be at work, so I'm gonna have to try to get it on Target probably the
It's
night before at midnight.
Yeah, midnight
Target.
for GameStop and Target.
Yeah, Target go live at
GameStop
midnight.
GameStop has said that pre-orders will start as soon as they're in store when their stores open.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if a GameStop is smart, what my manager did when the PS5 came out was they knew their allotment, so he literally wrote on a sheet of paper like
They put it on the door.
30,
Yep.
Yeah, 30 PS5s. There is no point in more than 30 people waiting, and that really helps. So my hope is we'll see if the rumors are true, because the rumors, I've seen reports online that like, oh my gosh, every GameStop's going to get like 100 Switch 2s. I don't know if I believe that. But if they have a higher allotment than normal, it's possible you won't have to camp out.
But yeah, if I go to GameStop this week and that motherfucker tells me they got 30, I'm just not getting one. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not coming early. I'm not
gonna go probably
out.
the day before to ask and like just be like, hey, do you guys know your allotment? Do you guys have an idea? And then like an hour before they open, I'm gonna scope the place out, see how many people are in line, and I'm gonna decide that. I am not physically well enough to camp out overnight at a GameStop for a console. Even if I was, I don't think I'd do it.
I don't know. I wouldn't either. I've never done that before.
No, so I want one, but there are limits to what I'm willing to do to get one. I am a 40-year-old man. I can just sit at home and play video games. If I don't get it the week it comes out, I didn't get a Switch when it released. So
I mean, honestly, I don't really care to get one until July when Donkey Kong comes out.
See, that's exactly how I feel. Like I'm gonna try to get one. The only fucked up part for me is it falls on the exact day I have a fucking work meeting at 8 in the morning. So I'm not gonna be able to wait outside unless they're gonna open up at 6, which I think they opened up at like 7 for when the PS5 dropped, but that was way back in the pandemic era. So I'm gonna try.
If you're talking release, they'll hold your console the day of. You don't have to.
No, I'm talking about to pre-order it.
Oh, pre-orders. The stores are gonna open at a normal time.
See, that's what I'm saying. My GameStop opened at 7 a.m. for pre-orders for PS5.
Well, then your GameStop sucks because that's a stupid thing to do.
See, look, and Sonny always talking about your game.
It could be like noon before ours open.
Yeah, my GameStop opens at 11. But normal.
I want to say mine opens at 11.
See, but that's
what depends on.
No, I was gonna say Sonny always saying my GameStop is the only GameStop that just do wild different shit. But like I'm telling you, they opened that. We was literally outside at 6 in the morning. They opened at 7. Let us pre-order our fucking PS5, and then niggas went to work. Like so, they're probably not gonna do that. Obviously, it's probably gonna open just regular time. So I'm probably gonna have to get one on Target. I'm gonna stay up till 11 p.m., which is 12 Eastern for me. See if I can get it on Target, and then if I can't, I'll try to stop in the GameStop when I get off work. And if not, I ain't worried about it till Donkey Kong come out in July, so I ain't tripping on.
Well, and there's also the Nintendo emails. If you haven't registered yet, you can. Where they took interest emails, and they're going to send out emails like May 8th or something.
I haven't played my Switch in like 5 years. There's no way they're going to look at my profile and be like, we selecting you to get a Switch too.
Well, that's fair. You also probably don't have a Nintendo Switch Online membership then either, do you?
It's not active right now.
This is one of the benefits of being a primary gamer for a not in demand brand like Xbox. I ain't got to fight nobody for nothing. All right, I could just.
That's because there's nothing to fight for.
I woke up at like 11:45.
Donkey Kong,
like, and just went to the Microsoft store and ordered this controller, this Doom controller. Nobody was trying to rush to get it.
I gotta get it. And then also, I'm gonna try to see if they're gonna have them on Sam's Club at some point, because that's another place to you.
That's a good. I didn't think about that.
Sam's Club and Costco. If you got a membership, those are probably the easiest ways to get any new system.
Yeah, because scalpers, unless the scalper is willing to have a Sam's Club membership,
exactly.
Yeah, they can't do, and the bots don't work. I think on their websites like they would on a Walmart.com.
Yep. Because you gotta pay to play, buddy.
Heater up. By the way, heater up.
Pause,
105, 104 with 19 seconds left and have the ball.
I don't think there's gonna be any issues on it anyway because I mean we don't have the chip shortages as we did for the last few releases.
Yeah, but the Switch, you couldn't get a Switch for the first 6 to 8 months, and there was no chip shortage in 2017.
Yeah, they had a lot of they had different shortages though. It wasn't just because of it.
Was
Or
the
no,
Switch
they
hard to
under.
get? I got mine day one at GameStop. I don't
No,
recall it being hard to
there
get.
were
I got
legitimate.
mine day one too.
Well, GameStop
Yeah,
like
heavy
you
bar.
can go back and look at articles from like IGN talking about how GameStop said there would be Switch shortages until the end of the year. The thing came
Damn.
out in like March of 2017. There were shortages through that Christmas.
We'll see
Damn.
what happens. I mean, like AMD said they were stockpiling 90 series cards and they still were sold out. So Nintendo says they're doing it, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what the demand is.
I believe
Like people
Nintendo
are
though, because they sell so many consoles, bro. You gotta know that
because
they trying to get as much out as they can.
we'll find out. Like we'll find out because like social media. I mean, even all of us here
Yeah,
have been talking nonstop about Nintendo
yeah.
pricing. But
We
what are we
said,
talking about right now? What are we talking
yeah.
about right now? How we about to take our asses down there
Uh huh.
and buy one?
We sit here
All
talking
right,
all this
That's
shit.
a reminder. Twitter is not real life.
It's
Like
not,
the people
bro.
the things that people get mad on Twitter about, if you go to the
Mm.
normie world, nobody gives a crap.
like sometimes the Twitter outrage matches, the real world because a lot of people in the real world are just like, fuck that, I'm not paying $500 for a Switch or $80 for a game or whatever, and then you get the Wii U, and that's why like nobody wanted that shit because of whatever reasons it
Well,
was
part of that was the
more.
marketing. Like there was
Right,
legitimately a lot of people confused and thought the Wii U was like an accessory for the Wii.
right.
Like
Mhm.
that was a failure from just a naming and marketing
Uh-huh.
standpoint.
And honestly, like that's not going to happen with the Switch. Like people aren't going to be
Nah.
confused about what it is. Like
No, Switch
they
2
know
is
it.
pretty
They
obvious.
they know it's the next Switch. But I will say a lot of the marketing for the Switch 2 is about like how oh, these games have performance modes and quality modes, and these games look better than they did on Switch 1. And it feels like the Switch 2 has exclusives though, right? Like it's not like a PS5 Pro because it
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
games you can only play on Switch 2. But it feels like for
The
like
Switch Pro.
yeah, it feels like a Switch Pro in functionality, right? Where it's
Hey,
like, oh, you're gonna have quality performance modes, you know.
I will take bad press if it means I get a Switch 2 at release. Like I'm fine with
But
that.
Yeah.
I also think that a lot of Nintendo fans might not even look at the price as being that big a deal because like before you bought a Wii or a Wii U for whatever it cost, $300. I don't know what the Wii cost. You bought it and then you also bought a 3DS for the handheld games, right? So now that that's
You
combined,
think Nintendo fans care about the price
right?
of anything? Most Nintendo fans have 4 fucking Switches.
I think
Okay,
you'd be
you guys
surprised.
keep saying these things, but like you understand that you don't sell 150 million consoles because of Nintendo fans.
Yeah.
We didn't say
I
it's
mean,
only
They didn't
Nintendo
sell
fans that.
100.
We didn't say
Yeah,
only
but
Nintendo fans buy it, but
I
the
know,
fact
but
is most hardcore Nintendo fans have multiple Switches.
honestly,
That
okay,
just is
but
what it is.
they're not the reason that the Switch is
but
very popular. Is my point. Like
No,
a lot of normies
I don't think
will
nobody
buy
would say
it,
that.
I mean,
and I
I would
think price
argue.
is less of an issue than a lot of people make it out to be. Like 450 is fair for a device like that.
I mean, I would argue that like with the Switch in particular, that
Mm-hmm.
I would guess. I don't know for sure, but I would guess that a lot of families have multiple Switches because you could
Yep.
get one regular Switch for 300. You could get a Switch Lite for was it 299 200
200.
Yeah. So like I feel like the price is a reason why the Switch until the Series S came out, the Switch was the cheapest console on the market. For many years to get like a $200 Switch to have a second one for your other kid or whatever who you don't love as much
They
because you
may
get a
Oh my
dock.
god.
they may do something like that too, because the Switch Lite didn't come out until like 3 or 4 years into the Switch's
No,
life
yeah,
cycle.
it was a little bit later.
So
For
we
sure.
could see a Switch 2 Lite that's like $300 in 3
Right.
years. So they could follow that kind of pattern.
But the Switch Lite did come out around the time, if I remember correctly, it did come out around the
Yep.
time that the Xbox One S and the PS4 Slim and Pro and stuff was coming out. So like when those consoles dropped in price, they released the Switch Lite, which was $100 cheaper than them. So I mean, like I think price has been a big factor for Nintendo's success. Like,
Switch Lite came out in 2019. The PS4
damn, that's a
Slim
lot.
was
That's a
2016.
lot later than I thought. I was thinking it was a lot sooner
Well,
than
the
that.
Switch
Damn.
came out in 2017.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
Like we keep forgetting. Like
my
yes,
timeline is
the
all
Switch has been
fucked
around
up.
forever, but it didn't come out until the PS4 and
PS4 Pro
Xbox
was
One
already
were
out.
4 or
Yeah.
5 years old.
That's right. My timeline's all fucked. I was thinking it was like, yeah, 2017 was
No,
already.
anything before COVID at this point. The
Mhm.
timeline's got to mess up.
Christ. Yeah, man. I guess I'm just old and stupid at this point. God
Oh
damn.
my god.
Like
I
that
think
that completely fucked me up just now.
so. Mario Kart, I think, will be a big boost for families that want something to play together, especially given that the Joy Cons and the controllers from the Switch One will work on the Switch Two. Obviously, not plugged in, but so if you have a Switch One, you can get a Switch Two and play Mario Kart on Switch Two with Switch One Joy Cons. Bam, 4 people are playing Mario Kart.
Yep.
Apparently the Switch One can game share with the Switch Two. Like
On
you can
certain titles.
stream. You can share a game and it'll stream it to the Switch One or something. Like I was reading something about.
They're adding game share for in a weird way with like digital titles anyway. Like if you look it up, it's actually kind of cool. And this is Switch
like
One enabled. So
with
like
4
I can
copies in your
lend,
house.
yeah, like you can lend games from your profile to another Switch for 2 weeks.
Well, no, they were saying like there was something about like with 4 Switches in your house, you can all play one copy of a game together.
Depending on the game,
time.
I think I remember what you're
like,
talking about.
I think like Mario Kart. And then somebody said something. I saw a tweet or something about being able to like do that with a Switch One and it streams the game. It's almost like split screen, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it was bullshit. It probably was. But
Yep,
there was something I
exclusive.
read about that this past week.
Listen, man. If I get one on day one, I'm gonna be playing Mario Kart and Yakuza 0 for 24 hours straight.
I bet. I'll be playing Mario Kart and Bravely Default is the other title I'm going to pick up. Funny enough, like none of the third-party titles. I don't plan on getting Elden Ring. I don't plan on getting any others.
Oh, and I'm also picking
Really,
up
then it's-
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and I'm picking up Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. So I will have some Donkey Kong to play. I will have some Donkey Kong to play on day one until the new one comes drop. So I'm excited, and I want to see how my Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 runs on there. I'm sure it's not gonna have an update, but I'm gonna see how it runs anyway. That's my favorite Switch game.
Like, if your game already has like variable frame rate or like frame rate issues and dynamic resolution, it'll just automatically look a little better and run a little better.
Because listen, y'all understand what I'm saying? Go on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 right now. Activate 4 Ultimates at the same time, and you tell me.
Oh yeah, it's bad. I understand the game. The console is the little engine that could at this point. Switch One, like it's crazy the stuff they've been able to do with it, like the tech that they've actually been able to handle. But it is basically less than a cell phone.
That's a good idea. 24-hour Switch stream.
You know what was the most mind-blowing little gimmick feature about the Switch One was that little tank game on 1-2 Switch, where you could put you could orient 4 Switch consoles in handheld mode in different like orientations together, and you could drive a tank off one screen onto another and create like a custom map.
1-2 Switch.
No, that was a thing.
1-2 Switch was so slept on. I'm sorry, bro. That game is slept on.
Like
that shit better than Mario Party, bro.
You could literally put the tablets together and then create a custom map with the tablets connected.
He said a hard restart. That's a fact, bro. That shit. You hit them 4 Ultimate, that shit start doing like 5 FPS. That shit was nasty on Switch One doing them Ultimates on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. My Switch has been charging for 2 days straight now. It won't turn on. Sorry to let the audience know that shit is cooked. That shit cooked. It
knows how much disdain you have for it, so it just gave up on life.
Look, I got my SD card. I got my Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I'm good. That's all I need.
Yeah, I'm curious about stuff like Astral Chain.
Oh, yeah, I got to get that game, too. I always wanted to play that game. I don't know why I never picked it up.
Play that on the Switch 2. Wait until it's on the Switch till you have your Switch 2.
I am. I'm waiting.
It was a good game, but it had performance issues.
For real? All right. Yeah, I'm going to play all that shit that I wanted to play. But I was angry at Nintendo, so I didn't give them my money.
And now you're their greatest fan.
I can't wait.
All they had to do was get that man like new monkey game.
How many times did I tell you
all year?
How many times did I tell you?
He has been. That is the most consistent thing out of his mouth.
I said they give me new 3D Donkey Kong. All is forgiven. I don't care. I don't care.
As soon as this man saw 3D Donkey Kong, he was on Twitter deleting old tweets. You know, scrubbing old podcasts.
There was a scene from like. There was a scene from God of War where it was like, Zeus, Give me Ares and my life is yours. That's gotta be Nintendo. Nintendo! Give me 3D Donkey Kong and my life is yours.
That's all I ever asked for, bro. So I don't give. I'm trying to get. I'm gonna stay up. Try to get it on target at 11 o'clock. If the bots crash the site and I can't get it, I'll just go to GameStop when I get off. If they got one, cool. If they don't, then I'll try to get one for my birthday in July. That's it. I ain't tripping. Donkey Kong come out in July. We got time. Y'all want to talk about Sony increasing the PS Plus prices across the world except US?
In Canada, make sure you don't.
Well,
Everyone, 97 people on my tweet the other day told me it's fucking Canada, bro.
you know what's
Nobody lives
funny?
in Canada.
When I mean, it's only 20
Yo,
million
it's
people,
like
so it
it's
ain't
like
much.
5 people in an igloo that still live in Canada, bro. Come
Yeah.
on, bro.
Yeah. It's funny, like if you do the conversion, it's really more bringing in like the price into line with what America already pays, because it's like
Mhm.
160 a year for premium, and when you look at the converted Canadian to American dollar, it's about $160 a year for premium.
Hmm.
So that was interesting when I did that math, and I
But
looked at it like, oh, okay.
I will say, like, one of the things though, if you are someone in Canada that's paying for it, right? That shit just went up like $40 a year. Like it's a big
Damn.
increase.
Yeah, Canada
No,
got
that's
fucked,
You
bro.
know?
but it's 40 Canadian dollars, so really it's like
Yeah. So I'm
25
just,
American.
I'm just saying, like my rent is $1,200 a month.
JD said how
The
much I
house,
pay. I pay for the base level. I think it's like $9 or $10 or something like that. And I pay monthly. I don't ever pay for a whole year because
like,
sometimes when there's no reason for me to play it, like right now I'm playing nothing but JRPGs. I really don't need to pay for that shit for the next 2 months. So I would just stop paying for it. So that's why I don't pay for any services a month up front. So I just pay the $10 a month or $10.99, whatever the fuck it is.
look, all I'm
I'd
saying
kill
is
for $100 rent a month. I'd kill for that.
Yeah, like guess
that's
what?
still a
After
good house.
Expedition 33 and Doom come out, I'm gonna beat them both expeditiously. And Game Pass, you're done until something else comes out. I'm not paying for a year up front. For what?
They
For
don't
I
what?
let you
only
pay
pay,
for a year up front.
that's why I tell you I only get like a month or two, and
Yeah,
then
what the fuck?
I get it on CD keys, so I
Now,
even get it cheaper.
if you only got one system, I understand paying for a year for a service up front. But if you play multiple systems, I really don't understand because you at that point you just paying to just wait around for some shit.
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't have PS Plus. I've got the Nintendo Family Plan with the N64 shit, but that's because
Mhm.
there's like 8 people on it, and we all pay like
And then this shit
$5
is
a
like
year.
$20 a month. That shit ain't no money.
Yeah, it's like $45 a year or some shit
He
on
said I'm
Nintendo
cheap.
Switch.
What am I paying for the PS Plus premium for? I'm not playing nothing on there.
Look, this man JD was lying on my tweet talking about I got PS Plus and Game Pass for a year for 80% off. I got it for $20. I was like, shut the fuck up. You didn't get that shit for $20 for a whole year. Like, fucking liar, bro. You
Hey,
just be lying.
hey, JD, don't let him troll you, bro.
You just be lying and shit, bro.
JD said he get it half off, bro, on the CD key sites, man.
Oh, it's half now. On my tweet, it was 80%
He said he
off.
got that basic for $40 last year. How, bro? What's the site, bro? Show
Yeah.
me right now, bro, so I can pay for that.
It is interesting that Game Pass, they did away with like the year memberships because people were
Look,
gaming the
man.
system and getting discounts.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
People was fucking Game Pass up, bro. Speed
Oh
Free
well,
say he
especially because
lying.
they were doing like $1 like trial
Yeah, I
memberships,
had.
and people
Yup.
would game that and get codes and pay like
look.
a buck, like $12 for a year.
Back when Xbox Live Gold was like $40 a year or some
Mm-hmm.
shit, I had like 7 years backed up. So when Game Pass
Oh
came
my
out,
god.
I still had like 5 years of Game Pass left because every time it's on sale, I would just add another year because like I only played on Xbox. I didn't even have a PlayStation or
Right.
a Wii. So like when Ultimate came out and they were like, you can upgrade your Game Pass your gold for $1.
Oh, you
I
said
upgraded
Black
like
Friday.
5 years. Like I upgraded like 5 years of gold to Ultimate. I
As a
ain't
matter
even
of
paid.
fact,
Like it was crazy. I was
No,
like, shit.
Basic's not worth it. Like basic. I mean, if you're gonna play online, I guess so you have online, but it is a
Yeah.
crappy tier if you're talking
Well,
Game Pass.
that's what I was saying. So like, okay, like me and my buddy that play co-op games every day. Like
Mhm.
we play on Xbox primarily. So like, people were talking about they might take away day one games, and I was like, well, I'm done. Like I'm going all the way down to basic. Like I'm not paying for Ultimate anymore. I've
Yeah.
gotta have something because it's stupid because I have to pay because we can't play our games online.
Well, just a reminder: the best version of Game Pass, for some reason, is PC Game Pass.
PC Game Pass, yeah.
I agree.
It's like $12 for a month, And so it's like, why would I pay for Ultimate on my console if I can just play everything on my PC anyway?
I don't even think it's 12. I think it's $9.99 still.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 12.
He said it's 43 for core on CD keys. But what are you getting with core? You gonna get what did you get? Master Chief Collection and like Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. What you get on core?
1 month of PC Game Pass is $11.99.
Oh, okay.
Why would anybody get Game Pass core?
Core is there's too many
stupid. No, JD, we don't know. It's not that we don't know where to shop. It's no, we don't want to buy the crappy versions of things. You can find your code for the crappiest version of Game Pass. I don't want the crappiest version of Game Pass.
He said $116 a year for Ultimate. Man, listen, man, it ain't enough games a year for me to pay for that shit for a whole year.
This is the first year that it might be.
If everything comes out. If everything comes out.
If everything comes out, yes.
I don't know. Just the My Year on Xbox thing last year told me all the games I've played on the service in the it was like 80 months that I've been subscribed to it. It's like 300 games I've played on the fucking service.
Free said let him have a crappy version. He's foreign. He don't know better.
Sonny is one of those guys that will be like, well, I have Game Pass. I'm going to go look at the games on Game Pass, and he finds something.
Look, you know what? I'm not even going to debate you on that because it's true. Like,
and it's not a bad approach, to be clear. But I only subscribe to Game Pass when there's like a day one release I want to play. Because I don't want to browse the millions of indies that they decide to pay for that I have no interest in.
So I go through these like phases where like I've got my backlog, right? And it's like you'll see me like knock out the whole Lost Planet trilogy in a month for some fucking reason, right? Because I just picked it off my backlog. But then like I'll be talking to my friend and I'm like, man, I haven't played anything on Game Pass in like 2 months. And then like I'll literally just go through Game Pass and look at everything that I might have missed, and I'll play like 6 Game Pass games in a row, just to justify that shit. And then like, but sometimes it's like this last 2 months where they had like Eternal Strands, Avowed, Atomfall, South of Midnight, Expedition 33 is coming in a few days, Doom is coming after that. That's like 6 games in the span of a quarter.
But that's what I was saying about this year being very different than prior years.
Yeah, exactly.
This year's lineup is dramatically different, which is also ironic given that last year, or at least after the Activision Blizzard deal closed, they had major internal debates on taking away the day one promise because they knew this was coming.
They were talking about doing that with Call of Duty for sure. Yeah. I don't know if they were talking about it for everything, but like I would disagree a little bit because their first party output wasn't there, but they've had pretty consistent third party editions for years on Game Pass. So like that's been a thing. It's just that now we've got first and third party coming, and it's like a whole ass quarter of just
but a lot of those third party ones were like, oh, what was that third-person shooter that came out? Outriders or something? Like it was fine, but it's not something like, man, I really want to subscribe and play this. Like that's most of their third-party games are like, eh.
Yeah, it ain't like Resident Evil or Yakuza or something. And the last time they did have Yakuza on Game Pass, I subscribed and I beat it and then I unsubscribed. So
like it's a good service, but if you're trying to convince me to subscribe, it's the must play games.
We know like the first 6 months of the year is going to be crazy. The problem is once you get into the summer months and then up until Call of Duty, like what are they going to have to fill the gap?
How about, which is a great transition because I got a question. If they do shadow drop the Oblivion remaster next week, what the hell are they thinking?
They stupid. They gotta save that shit for the summer, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't get it. I really don't get it because like you've got this like marketing deal with Expedition 33.
Right.
Why would you release Oblivion, which is like a huge RPG, right on top of a third party publisher?
Yo, that shit would kill Expedition. That shit would kill Expedition on Game Pass.
I don't think it'll kill. I don't know that it would kill it in the sense that like I think people that are interested in turn-based RPGs aren't going to be swayed by Oblivion. You can play it whenever; it's never leaving the service. It's people on especially people on PlayStation and other platforms where they have to buy Oblivion.
They don't have to. They don't have to overlap though. But when people are playing Oblivion, they're gonna sink wild hours into that shit. You think somebody's gonna have more hours than that, or they're gonna have more hours in Expedition 33?
I hate this idea. Oh, one's turn-based, one's not.
He said you got the frauds like Sonny. Well, Sonny, why you calling you a fraud, bro?
I'm not saying
I want to play both. Like,
I'm not saying
go ahead.
I'm not saying there's no overlap. I'm just saying like.
Oh,
I
not
think
you, JD. Sorry, in the chat.
JD said you a fraud, Sonny.
Look, man.
Yeah, he said he's a fraud. Is it a day ending in Y? Then it's a day he's calling Sonny a fraud.
JD bombing on Sonny, yo. What are you doing, yo?
At this point, it's irrelevant because we all know that you can look at what I play and what he plays, and it's not even close. So like.
Also,
Whatever.
he revealed that he counts booting up a game for one time and never actually touching it as playing the game. So we're not going to.
Who said that? Who said that?
JD.
JD, you said that, bro. I didn't see that. You said that.
He said that in the Discord chat because we were talking about games that I had played that he hadn't, like Assassin's Creed Shadows. He's like, fine, I'll boot it up real quick and that'll count.
Yo, JD funny as shit, yo.
Yeah,
JD he be cooking y'all while I'm at work, bro. My phone just be going off. I'm like, yo, what the fuck they in the Discord arguing about, yo?
Well, it's fine if you don't want to play Shadows, JD, but then don't claim you've played every game I've played this year. Anyway, but so Oblivion, my concern with Oblivion is Expedition 33, and partially because, so Oblivion, if they release it on PC and PlayStation, and people, because I know people who essentially will have to make a choice. Do I want to buy Expedition 33 or do I want to buy Oblivion? They could legitimately undercut the sales of a third party that they have made a publishing deal with in terms of Game Pass.
And that's exactly why I said y'all got to stop listening to Jizz Corden. Stop listening to Jizz. That doesn't make any business sense. Now, granted, a lot of shit Xbox doesn't make business sense over the last decade or so. We can agree on that. But I don't think they would do something so stupid as to drop Oblivion this week when they finally have a steady stream of games coming out. We don't have nothing announced for June. We don't have nothing announced for July. Why not save Oblivion for June after Doom and Expedition?
What's pressing about releasing it this week?
What if I mean I get a feeling like there's a lot of things that don't make sense to me with this, but it could be that they're gonna reveal it this week for a later release date.
No, I don't hear that. Possible. Y'all boy Jizz said it's coming Monday. He said said Monday is dropping.
There have been multiple reports, but they've also talked about how potentially Microsoft will have some sort of actual presentation this week that will shadow drop during. So maybe they announce something that includes some sort of road path for the summer. I don't know. Maybe this will make more sense. But just shadow dropping it the week of a big Game Pass day one release is weird to me. And again, they don't buy it the way we talk about sales. I'm talking PlayStation where they do buy games. So if they release the Oblivion remake on PlayStation, that could undercut Expedition 33 sales on PlayStation is my point.
To me, it's just weird because one, like we've been saying, you're releasing it right in the middle of a bunch of big stuff. Like Doom comes out on May 15th, right? Expedition 33 comes out April 24th.
4th, Thursday.
Yeah. So
we're not playing that.
Hey, we got there a third-party publisher now.
Hey, we not playing Expedition. We pre-ordering the Switch. That's what we doing with our time on Thursday.
Yeah, and then fuck Nintendo for releasing their pre-orders on the same day as Expedition 33 as well. But
I'm off that day. I'm gonna go pre-order. I'm coming home to play.
We're everywhere. They're in lines at GameStop. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be that guy that posts from the line at GameStop. I'm playing Expedition 33 on cloud from Xbox Game Pass on my phone in the line.
Please go ahead, Paris. Please do it.
On Sunday.
Oh. He said on Sunday. It's funny. I'm seeing people in my timeline talk about that now. Like, bro, it's Sunday. Stop console. I see. I tried to tell y'all, and now people following the lead.
I was gonna have his bios. Everyone follows me.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that in my bio. It's Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Sunny gonna turn.
I want the Oblivion remake. I do want the Oblivion remake because I love Oblivion. I think from a story and setting standpoint, it is superior to Skyrim. I think Cyrodiil was a very compelling world, and they did a lot of amazing things with it. So I want that game. I just question, and again, maybe this will make sense in a week, I just question the reported timing of it. It's just so weird.
Is the gameplay better than Skyrim?
No, it wasn't. No. But mind you, it also came out in 2006. It was like a launch title for the Xbox 360. That's when it came out. Yeah. So they refined, the gameplay got better by Skyrim because first person hack and slash wasn't as good then. It just didn't feel as good.
Can you imagine? Gotta try to play Morrowind.
Dude, I don't ever want to touch
Bro,
Morrowind.
I played
That is
Skyrim
age.
for like 2 hours and I deleted that shit so quick. That shit felt so bad to play.
Morrowind's different because like when you hit an enemy, the game doesn't know that your sword touched them. It just does a
What?
dice roll. It does a
Oh my
dice roll like an
god.
old school turn-based game. And so you're just like smacking the dude and he's not taking damage until your dice roll hits and then he takes damage.
Oh my
Like
god.
I just
Yeah,
imagine you
no.
playing that for like 2 seconds.
You know what's crazy is I could see them doing a Morrowind remake, but that would just piss off fans of Morrowind.
Yeah.
Like if there's one group that would get mad if you made it like a modern Western RPG.
They mod the shit out of it anyway.
I hit the space bar. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you can't take out the dice rolls if you want Morrowind fans, is what I'm saying. Like, you'd get Skyrim fans to play a Morrowind remake. You would not get Morrowind fans to play a Morrowind remake.
I think you could do an intentional and smart remake where the options to play the game in a classic way or a modern way exist.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
I think you could do it.
I don't think Bethesda now would do that. How about that?
My thing is, like, I don't think that Bethesda's doing any of these remixes. Like, Virtuous is the one doing Oblivion. Right.
My worry, and the screenshots don't show this. I'm betting it's not going to be like GTA Definitive Edition. But I am a little concerned. I'm curious, like, how much of it was done using AI tools. I'm going to be interested to find out because the screenshots don't look like it. So maybe none. Or maybe more than we thought.
I just don't understand why it's not something that you wouldn't announce at the June showcase for like you could shadow drop it then or July.
Like, and again, we could find out. Like, it could be Monday. They say, like, hey, here's a special presentation on the future of Bethesda and Microsoft Game Studios.
I hope
through 2025.
I hope it doesn't shadow drop this week, and they just announce that it's coming this summer.
I'll give them a benefit of the doubt, although we shouldn't, as history has told us. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Microsoft the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll say it's dropping in June. I'll say it's dropping in June, bro. There's no reason for it to come out right now.
I just want the leakers to be wrong because I'm so fucking sick of them. I'm sick of Jeff Grubb.
I can get behind that.
Like,
well, the last thing we heard was that Jizz said there's no Xbox games coming to PlayStation. It's just hard copium from Sony cronies. That's his exact words. So if we got anything to go off of Jizz history, then we know it's not coming out this week. So we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, you know how console fanboy reporters are. It's about access. Like any of them, whether PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, whatever, they will never say anything to cross daddy company because they want that access.
I feel like Jizz's source for that whole I feel like his source for that whole fiasco was some guy that like works at Xbox, but he's like really fucking hates it. It just pays the bills. He plays PlayStation, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking tell Jizz the wrong shit. Like.
So wait, are you saying that Phil Spencer is the one who leaked it to him?
Oh.
Yeah, Phil's got that signed PS5, you know.
Yeah. Phil actually is sitting there wondering when he can jump ship.
He's spending time.
He took the Xbox job so he could get a Sony.
Bro, would that be so funny if Xbox fired him and then he got a job at Sony? That would be just a stunning turn of events.
You know what's really funny about Phil though is that he got all the Xbox fans on Twitter mad as hell because he hadn't tweeted in like 3 months, and when his first tweet back was that he visited Bungie, the PlayStation studio.
Xbox got the marathon header and shit on their page. They not playing. JD said this a dead year.
Multi-platform.
Ain't no real game kept my attention except Rivals. Well, that's a you problem, bro.
You know what a real gamer never says is that it's a dead year. A real gamer never says it's a dead year because there's always games to find.
Yo, listen, JD, how you looking at Expedition 33 saying it's a dead year? Doom and Lost Souls aside in the same month, bro.
You don't like Doom.
How's that a dead? You gotta find something to play, bro.
He don't like that.
Okay, you want to know what 2025 release I'm really excited for that you're not going to be able to guess?
What?
Power Wash Simulator 2 got announced for 2025.
Oh no, you like Power Wash?
I want that game.
You like Power Wash though, so no, I would guess that.
I can't wait for the sequel, man. It's coming.
If you like Power Wash, you should check out.
Yo, JD.
Apparently, I'm doing all this movement with my wrist, and JD is offended.
JD derailing the stream. He said Doom look wet. He derailing the stream, bro.
Don't get me to like. I wish there was a better word that I could use to describe what I feel.
JD
JD
derailed the
and
stream.
JD is. I have to assume for the positive that he's just a troll, because if I believe that a lot of the things he says are authentic, I would have far worse to say about JD.
Like you ain't fucking with Metal. Y'all ain't JD ain't fucking with Metal Gear Delta in
I wish I
August.
had. I wish I had an uncancelable word to use for
You,
JD.
you ain't fucking with
Well,
that.
JD uses the cancelable words.
Right. He
You ain't
says
fucking
all
with
the
Yeah.
that
time.
third person shooter from the GTA devs. He said, "No, I might quit gaming." All right, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. You ain't fucking with the Star Wars the Star Wars turn-based game that they going to
Oh
announce
yeah, that should be
tomorrow.
like up. That should be crack for him.
Yeah, that should be your vibe right there.
He gonna play like Peach Balls or some shit.
You like turn-based? You ain't gonna fuck with Pokemon?
No, because Nintendo games aren't worth buying. Remember?
Well, then you gonna fuck with Digimon then, right? That's next gen Digimon. That you gonna fuck with Digimon then if you gonna fuck with Pokemon. Digimon coming this year too. It's so
I'm
many
gonna fuck
games
with
coming this year. That what's that fucking game that don't look real, but they keep saying it's coming out this year?
What? I have no
It's a
idea.
game.
Are you talking about like
Crimson Desert.
super hypergraphic?
Crimson Desert. JD, you ain't fucking with Crimson
Yeah.
Desert. I know you said you was gonna fuck with Crimson Desert, bro. Come on, bro. That's
Sounds
dropping
like
this year.
it sounds like some generic Korean game.
It look. I
So,
swear that
Sounds
game
like
is not real, but they keep saying it's coming out this year. No.
by the way,
The Crimson Desert that's out now is the MMO, but they coming out with that single player. Remember, it looked like Dragon's Dogma and Final Fantasy 16 mixed together.
we should all play New World.
the Miami Heat now are the first 10 seeds to make the playoffs ever.
I actually feel pretty good about our chances against Cleveland, to be honest with you.
I do not. And
You do not? We
it
beat
also
Cleveland
means
twice.
it also means that
We
we are
losing that draft
conveying
pick.
our first round pick this
Yeah,
year to
yeah,
OKC.
yeah. We losing
Instead
that
of
pick.
getting, if we had lost against Chicago, we would have had a 2% chance for Cooper Flag.
But here's the thing. I said that last week on the Heat Nation page on Twitter, and they fucking killed me. The
No,
fucking Heat
like
fans
you
told
should
me I
always
was a
you
stupid
should
bitch and
root
not a
for your
real Heat
team to
fan.
win.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for them to lose so we get that draft pick.
Well, if you're going to lose 10 in a row during the season and become the 10th seed, yeah, I'm going to root for you to lose one more game.
Yeah, like what the fuck? We played like straight garbage after trading Jimmy just to make the playoffs to most likely lose round one, and we lost the draft pick.
Yeah, and it's whatever, man. I do prefer a team that doesn't quit.
He said
But
Warriors.
if there were basketball gods, they should look favorably on us. But you remember the year that we were like the worst team in the league, and then we played our asses off to get to 41-41 and still miss the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing good ever came from that either. Like
He
us
said,
not quitting hasn't helped us.
"Hold, let me rain on JD Parade real quick. Hold, let me look at the bracket because I know because I know the Warriors about to fight for their life. So let me see who.
They're playing the Rockets. Grizzlies are playing Mavericks right now.
Oh, they playing the Rock. They got the Rocket. Yeah, they should win that series. But then
We'll
when they
see.
get to, but then once they get to that second round, boy, the Lakers gonna tap that ass, boy.
I don't think it's a guarantee. I think the Rockets might win partially because Amin Thompson is a unique defensive threat.
Yeah,
And if there is someone who can stop a Steph Curry in the playoffs at this point, it is Amin Thompson.
they got a bunch of they have a bunch of defenders.
So we'll see. I think they have a good chance to win.
Yeah, that's my favorite player.
The best outcome is another Nuggets championship because then JD will cry himself to sleep every night.
Yeah, JD, but he said he had Kawhi on skates. Did he have Kawhi on skates in the finals?
Which Kawhi?
He didn't have Kawhi on skates.
You've never heard of Amin Thompson? Stop it! You can't talk basketball.
No,
to me
JD he's not a basketball fan. He just likes Stephen Curry.
Yeah, so he can't talk to me about basketball. If he doesn't know who Amin Thompson is, he doesn't know enough basketball to talk to me about the playoffs, is what I'm saying.
Amin Thompson is one of the best defenders in the NBA.
I know who Kawhi is, but what year did he have Kawhi on skates? Because if you had Kawhi on skates in 2023 or 2025, that is a lot different than 2017.
He ain't have Kawhi on skates when KD went down and the team was on Curry and they was dependent on Curry.
You mean Clay and KD went down? Only reason Kawhi got that championship in Toronto is because two of the top three players for Golden State went down.
Nah, I think if Clay was playing, they still would have won. But I'll give you KD. After KD went down, there was no chance they was gonna win. I think they still would have won if Clay didn't go there. He said that square-headed Negro. See, exactly. Thank you, chatbot. Thank you for holding that shit for racism. Stop being
I
racist
was
in my
going to say,
chat,
I did
dog.
not see such a comment in your chat.
They held his ass for
So,
racism.
but yes, I'm looking forward to the Oblivion remake.
Yeah.
I hope it is not Shadow Drop this week, despite I know so many people want it, and I do want it. I just want it in a week that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. I look forward to playing it at some point at the end of the year because there's too many games coming out for me to drop whatever I'm doing to play Oblivion.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, Expedition 33, I cannot wait to play that game.
Yeah, I can't. That game looks so good, bro. That game looks so good. And then you already know once Lost Souls Aside come out, I'm dropping I'm not playing nothing else. I'm not playing nothing else until Donkey Kong. Well, till the Switch come out. He said JD don't know ball. JD about to
doesn't?
fry your ass. JD need to just stop bluffing and get back on 2K, bro. I need my partner back on 2K, man. I'm tired of carrying these
Some
bombs
dude we
on
never
2K.
heard of.
Yeah, they got a chance because even
This
if
is
they
what
could
we
put.
get. This is what we get for talking basketball with an Italian.
Oh my god.
Damn.
White guy, no ball, more tragic.
That's crazy.
Damn. I'm going on vacation after 33. Where you going, JD?
Man, JD, bro. How you go on vacation, but you always bragging about how you don't work? How do you go on vacation from not working?
Every day is a vacation for JD.
Like, how do you?
Oh my god, bro. Why would you say that?
Wife, please give
Yo,
me
why
my
would he
allowance.
say that, bro? JD, don't let him get away with that, bro. He said every day is a vacation for that man. Oh my god.
Am I wrong? Like, if you don't work, if
That's
you just
fucked
set
up.
for life already, you already on vacation. You're retired. You can't just go on
He said
vacation
jealousy.
when
They
you're
hating on him.
already not working.
Y'all hating on that man. Because he don't got to be slaves like we do every day. Slaves to the workforce. I know, bro, JD. I'm so jealous, bro. I'm definitely
I'm
jealous.
not hating. I'm just saying, like, you can't go on vacation
I'm
while
jealous.
you're already on vacation.
I wish I could stay at home all day while my wife worked.
Yeah, you don't get to brag. You don't get to brag that you play way more video games than everyone because you don't have a job, and then turn around and be like, "Man, I can't wait to not do my normal day to day, which is sit and play video games."
He
all
said
day.
sell some ass.
That was dirty, Gunna. I don't think
What?
anyone else caught what you said.
What? What I
You
said?
said you wish you could stay home while your wife works all day.
I'm dead ass. I'm not even joking when I say that shit. I'm dead ass. Man, you know how many hours I would have in all these fucking JRPGs if I could just stay home and play the game every day? Just wake up, eat Cheetos and shit, and play the game? Come on, man.
It's been like that since look, since the situation that I've been in now, like after my daughter and everything that happened in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
My house is cleaner now with me living by myself than it was when we was all living together. And I still have time to game and shit. So I don't know what are we talking about? Like doing housework is easy. I
Yeah,
just
that
don't
shit
like
easy.
it. I could do that shit. I could clean the house,
That's why I do
take
it
the
every
kids
Sunday. So I don't gotta take
take the
time on my
kids
day to do it.
to soccer practice and then watch TV all day. Like shit.
And I make my kids do it. Child labor laws. Get their ass up every Sunday and clean up. He said, "Yeah, but Sonny, you smell."
I take showers every day.
Yo, y'all is hilarious, yo. JD's beef with everybody in the chat is just the funniest shit ever, bro. It is so funny.
Bro, I got Twitch open so I can see the chat, and it's telling me to turn off my ad block on your channel.
Hey, listen, let me get my pennies, bro. I get 2 pennies a stream, bro. Literally. Let me at least collect the pennies. God damn.
So hell nah, bro. I got YouTube threatening to ban my account. I was like, that's fine. I got my
Oh
email to
my
work with.
god. Anything?
Whatever, fucking
What we missing? We talked about Nintendo. We talked about Sony cucking people in Canada and they igloos. What else we missing?
I think that's it right now. I think we hit everything major.
Sonny, what you got, bro? He got that ugly ass Doom control. That shit looks like garbage.
It's not ugly. It
That
looks
shit
awesome.
ugly as hell. Just like
It
Doom
looks
got.
like
I think that's pretty. If you're gonna spend hundreds of dollars on collector's controllers, at least that is now the best one he owns.
Yeah, no, I don't know. The Starfield
Nah,
one's
the
pretty good
Starfield one is
too.
easily the best one in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
it's
here's the
good.
problem. It's from Starfield though, so automatically drops at a tier.
Nah.
But then again, I love white. White is just such a great color. Just the way the lights shine off of white, the way white looks so clean. I'll never go back to having anything black. And I know that sounds crazy.
The white, like the way
Yo,
Okay, everybody, we need to look at
listen,
Gutta's Tinder. We need to look at Gutta's
listen,
Tinder because we have
bro.
major truths revealed.
I wasn't trying to say it. He clipped it. He
gotta
clipped it.
said,
Yeah.
Listen,
gotta said, if it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
yo, I'm not saying that's the way that sounded was crazy. But listen, I got my white
And all of us,
PC, my Series
I
X.
just was like, I can't talk right now. I can't talk right now because I'll throw him off, and everything he's saying is amazing right now.
Listen, I don't even display
Oh,
PS4 games on my shelf because I hate the fucking color of the case. I like the white PS5 case. It looks so beautiful. I'm telling you. If they gave me an option to get a white Nintendo Switch, I would buy it, bro. Black is such a ugly ass color. Unless you're wearing it. I
so
like in clothes I
JD
prefer black, but
Gutta has a sign up in his house, whites only.
he said
Sitting next
he
to
said, how do I clip? Oh my
Look
god.
at look at his computer right now. It's white as hell.
Yeah, white, man. Come on, it's the best color. I don't understand. Why would you want all right, I'm gonna just stop because it just sounded crazy. I'm gonna just stop.
The more you talk, the worse it gets.
I'm gonna just
And
stop,
see,
bro, because it's just
and
gonna
see,
go too far.
I in general, I hate white.
I
Like I
don't know
got
why.
black PS5, I got a black Series X. Like
Ugh.
like
That's disgusting, yo.
I just love the darkness.
That's a nasty ass color. That Paris ass PS5 you got, get that shit out of here, bro. That shit is nasty.
Not the Paris ass
You
PS5,
got the
bro. What
Paris
the
PS5 and the Paris Series X. Get that shit out of here. Black controller's better? No. This controller is the best. This is the best controller. Look how smooth it is. It just blends in with everything. Like white is just come on, man. I don't ever buy any black accessories, any black electronics.
Why are you
You
saying it
know, I
like
will
that?
say, you want to know who says white controllers are
Why
bad? Are people who don't wash their hands
Yeah,
enough.
people who
why
get
is he
Cheeto dust on their shit
why
and
is he
be mad because
saying
you can
Yeah,
see it.
why is he saying it like that? He said black. He was like, I'm
Oh
not getting
my
that.
god. I did not say that, bro. He putting sauce on it, bro. I ain't say it like that, bro. Chill, bro. We gonna do 109 for the timestamp. So you can go back and get all the
I
clip.
mean, you wearing a black
Oh.
shirt right now. What are you
I
talking
just said I
about?
prefer
guys,
it in clothes because it make me look
I
slimmer. So I like
expect
it in
I
clothes.
expect someone to put that clip of Gutta on Twitter at some point so I can retweet it every quarter.
Yo, I'm good.
We got Gutter talking about how he don't want nothing black in his house.
I
And
feel
then
the
we got
same way about
JD.
the Switch um
I got that
cases. That shit look ugly. That red, that shit look disgusting, yo.
I got that JD screenshot on his knees, saved in
Ah,
my phone for quick access. This shit's in a folder,
Hands
so I
on
can
your
pull it out whenever I
knees.
want.
Hands on your knees. No, I don't do JD like that. He was playing defense. He was doing his best, okay? Like he was playing his best.
I love how his defense for that was that he was eating at the time, as if that makes it better that instead of playing defense, he
That's
was
why he
eating a
got
chicken wing.
crossed. He wasn't
Like,
locked into his defensive stance. He was bullshitting, and then he got dropped.
like that makes it worse.
Oh my god.
Or it's probably one of them cow pizzas.
Oh my god.
I don't know if y'all saw that nasty
I
shit on he put on
understood
there.
what you were trying to say because I saw the photo. I don't know if I'd say cow pizza because that just sounds odd.
Yeah, that sounds weird. He
It
said
was
black controllers
literally
better.
it was literally some flatbread with fucking grass on it.
Oh what?
It did look
Yeah.
like something you could just walk out into your yard and eat
Yeah.
straight from the ground.
It looked like the weeds my daughter brings in the house talking about I got you some flowers and put it on the fucking pizza. That's what it looked like.
Guy who doesn't work who posts that for food and doesn't know basketball. The man is Italian.
He said I'm a whole ruckus. Why gotta be a ruckus, bro?
Damn, that's messed up.
AOJD.
All right, good stream. Good talking,
All right,
everybody.
yeah. If we ain't got nothing else, before we go, I just want to let y'all know, man. If you haven't, you know, go. One of the greatest movies ever is on Blu-ray right now, man. It's done so well. It's got great acting, great action. I'm telling you, go
What
pick
is
it up.
Nobody trusts us.
You are not gonna be disappointed if you go get this movie. I'm telling you, it's better than Sinners. Go pick it up, man. I got mine
better than
still in the
sin?
plastic.
Oh,
I
Oh,
got mine still in the plastic, man.
oh.
Listen, I
You
got
don't
my
watch it in the
cylinder.
plastic because there ain't worth watching.
I got my cylinder plastic. I'm gonna watch it this
Man
weekend. I
he
got it
got
in the
his powers
plastic.
from a he got his powers from a radioactive lion. I was done with the trailer, bro.
Man, go ahead and watch it, man.
No,
Support the movie, man. Look at that back.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that case is just
That,
beautiful. You see
that
Russell
movie
Crowe on
was
that thing. Oh
that
my
movie was
God.
so bad. Sony was like, "Fuck it, y'all can have the Spider-Man license back. We're done. We're done making this shit."
Oh, and after you're done watching that, don't forget to grab this one, man. It was a really great feature film, man.
Venom
Shout
was
out shout
okay.
out shout out to Venom, man. So
The
you
Venom,
know,
the Venom, the Venom movies, alright. They're alright. At least
beautiful
they're entertaining.
artwork. You know what I'm saying? Got to have every
At least,
Sonyverse movie in the collection. You know,
at least
got to have everyone.
Tom Hardy can carry a movie, at least.
oh, you
Like
got
Tom Hardy.
that's clipped already. He got you posted,
Who got me posted?
Yeah.
Who posted me?
JD.
What do you clip? I didn't
Oh
even do
shit! He
shit,
said
bro.
Uncle Ruckus.
Oh my God. JD don't
I
even know
got
how to
you.
clip. All right, I ain't gonna hold y'all. We out. I'm about to probably fucking get on 2K and listen to little white kids call me the hard R because it's fun and I get a kick out of it. So I'll see y'all next week. We gonna talk about the Switch pre-orders and see what we got.
Look, look.
I better
You can
see all y'all with pre-orders.
listen to the video that JD posted. You can hear him say black. And the
Yo,
black.
stop
And then
saying
I
it
was
like
like,
that. Stop saying it like that. What the fuck?
I've already
that's how you
retweeted
say
JD
it.
on Twitter too because it's a magical clip.
Hey, fuck y'all, man.
That's how you say